No matter the hell, we as humans will eventually find some sort of enjoyment in it, clinging to an uncomfortable situation instead of risking venturing into the unknown. Eventually, you'll sit, unmoving, collecting dust with the growing, gnawing ache that something is missing. You want to move forward, but you are lost. Nothing in life satisfies you, and you do not care about living, dying, or anything else. You lack purpose. You're unsettled, and in this feeling of personal disorientation, you're only searching for one thing: a guiding light that lets you move forward, assuring you that you do exist. Hi, I'm Josh, and at first glance, the anime Shiboyugi, playing death games to put food on the table, appears to be about cute girls in cute outfits playing death games to put food on the table. But in reality, it's an introspective dive into existential emptiness, the search for oneself, and the desire to exist. Unlike similar works in the death game genre, Shiboyugi dispenses with all the common tropes. The high-stakes atmosphere of life and death serve merely as a stage for these deeper themes to unfold, creating an entirely different kind of experience. There is no blood-pumping adrenaline rush and no safety rails to let you experience danger from a safe distance. This is not about winning against impossible odds. Instead, it's about the plight of someone trying to escape their inner emptiness, using these games as a temporary means of relief. The series builds an experience you can feel on a deeply personal level through its story, visuals, music, sound, and narration. It is the embodiment of sitting with your emotions. By simply watching, you become the participant. It isn't passive viewing, it's an invitation to sit inside your own discomfort and experience the same emotions as the characters. The story follows Yuki as she pursues her goal of completing 99 of these death games. The plot itself is clear and straightforward, but the narrative unfolds through fragmented events. This ambiguous structure leaves you feeling distraught until you realize you are viewing the events from two perspectives, Yuki's and a separate narrator's. Yet the narrator occasionally slips, revealing that it's actually Yuki narrating in the third person, as if she's rewatching old videos of the games she once played. It creates a distinct me, myself, and I feeling that underlines her fierce independence and self-reliance, ultimately emphasizing her profound aloneness. And in that quiet revelation, the series does something rare. It makes loneliness feel intimate instead of isolating. At the beginning, Yuki appears calm, collected, and experienced, but that impression gradually fades as the story progresses. She is not without faults. Mistakes are made, and opportunities missed. We also learn she is a socially withdrawn shut-in who's dropped out of school. Her living space makes this clear. She lives alone in a room with trash piling up, stripped of any personal belongings. The title, Playing Death Games to Put Food on the Table, speaks directly to her identity and highlights the deep apathy Yuki feels towards her own life, an inner emptiness without direction. The only reason she participates in the games at first is to be able to die on her own terms. It's much like the idea of choosing to go out guns blazing with the thought of being able to bleed out on snowy steppes, or driving off a cliff to escape a consequence. This choice is selfish, yet it carries a powerful sense of empowerment and liberation, the only purposeful act one can imagine when they have reached the end of their rope. Visually, the series is at first disorienting, carrying an air of uncertainty, and a softness so delicate it feels like it could shatter at any moment. Scenes are purposely simplistic, alternating between highly detailed polished line work and blurry watercolor-style dreamy sequences. This creates an ethereal atmosphere that is not only beautiful but also deeply effective, When paired with the unconventional camera framing and careful arrangement of elements on screen, the visuals help tell the story on their own while shaping the viewer's emotional experience. These visual choices emphasize the multiple perspectives at play. The narrator's disassociative recall of events appears fuzzy and blurred within the scenes, while moments of heavy detail feel burned into memory, as if they are the only things that still feel real. The decision to remove blood might seem like simple censorship at first. The series could have handled it in any other way, but instead, it ties the absence directly to the game mechanics, giving it a clear reason to exist and allowing the participants to interact with it. The cotton stuffing inside the bodies highlights themes of objectification and vulnerability, turning the girls into living dolls, vessels stripped of agency. They become a powerful metaphor for the tension between looking alive and being a lifeless, manipulated object. Yuki is described by others and by herself as a ghost. From her perspective, it reflects a psychological state of feeling disconnected and invisible. To others, however, she represents an intense emotional bond laced with deep feelings and unresolved issues, while also serving as an omen that death is near. A few supporting characters act as foils to Yuki, some who have found purpose in one form or another, and others who are just as lost as she is, still hoping to discover themselves. One sees Yuki as a rival after being outperformed by her, and becomes determined to either fight her in an epic battle or die trying. Their drive is to be the best, measured through clear goals or by passing their legacy on to others so their achievements endure. Another character throws herself completely into shining brightly, despite having no real talent. She pursues her goal to the very end with such loud passion that it forces Yuki to look inward. For the first time, Yuki realizes she wants the same focus and awareness, vocalizing the universal longing for existence and purpose. Yuki's goal of beating 99 games was not something she chose for herself. It is instead a way to honor and remember her mentor, ultimately a badge of grief instead of one of purpose. Even so, this badge becomes the first step towards enlightenment. Like Prometheus giving fire to humanity, it provides that initial spark, that small beginning that makes growth possible. Shiboyugi places every piece subtly before you, letting you put the pieces together on your own, manifesting this visceral and sensorial embodiment of emptiness and the desperate search for purpose and connection in a deranged world. Though the setting is nothing like our everyday lives, it still feels hauntingly familiar. For those who can connect with these themes, this series will resonate. On the heights of despair, we would rather endure the worst, soul-rendering desperation, because the primary human motivation is to find purpose, not just pleasure or power. The tutorial has concluded. Please figure the rest out yourselves.